I've just been out to the shops, and while I was there, I saw the front copy of the Daily Telegraph, and I was a little shocked. The Telegraph was saying that Rishi Sunak was unfair to Nadim Zahawi and didn't give him a chance. Well, when you look at that article in more detail, the headline is slightly over-egging the omelette. Sunak gave Zahawi 30 minutes to defend himself and apparently gave the impression there would be a subsequent meeting which never took place. It was not a fair hearing, says the Daily Telegraph. I dispute that. Actually, Zahawi had over a week to construct a coherent defence unless he was incompetent or blinded by so much arrogance that he couldn't master the facts as presented. Apparently, his chief complaint is that he told a senior civil servant, a fellow called Tom Scholar, who had been sacked from the Treasury by Kwasi Kwarteng, that's the man with the prodigious package who was supposed to guide us to a financial and political wonderland. Anyway, Zahawi apparently told Tom Scholar about the HMRC investigation. Well, frankly, anyone reading The Guardian or The Independent over the last 6 months would know that there was an HMRC investigation, even if Zahawi had denied it. And surely the point is that Tom Scholar was no longer in post when Sunak came to power in number 10, so whether he told Tom Scholar or not is completely irrelevant. He might have well have been whispering it to the tulips, or, well, who knows what he might have been doing. It's about telling the right person in the right time, in the right manner, at the point when he was appointed to the various ministerial offices that he held while this investigation was ongoing, and when it concluded, and when he had negotiated a fine. Was Tom Scholar present at each point in this narrative? No. No, Tom Scholar is an irrelevant name plucked out of the ether. Zahawi, the Telegraph reports, is upset. Well, we know that because Zahawi's letter of resignation, or the letter accepting the fact that he's been sacked, was extraordinarily defensive, and there wasn't a hint of contrition at any point. And now he is clearly angry, and he's exploiting the struggle to maintain party unity and to make one last-ditch attempt to save his income. It sounds like Boris, doesn't it? Anything to save my skin. Now, George Osborne apparently has warned Sunak that the government is in danger of being pulled down by scandal, exactly like John Major's government. Well, I could have warned Rishi Sunak of that. These are the words that the Telegraph repeats from George Osborne. At the moment, he is being pulled down by a series of scandals which do not directly involve him, are kinds of hangovers of the Johnson era, like a hair of the dog. We'll see with Rishi Sunak, but he knows as each week passes, each new scandal unfolds, the window for action gets smaller and smaller. I entirely agree. Once you look at this article on the front page of the Daily Telegraph, it doesn't really justify the headline which it's captured. And quite frankly, Rishi Sunak does have a very narrowing window of opportunity. I think if he wants to project some sort of confidence, some sort of trust, as indeed in the preamble of his letter to Zahawi, then he needs to get rid of all those people who are smeared with ministerial impropriety. That starts with Suella Braverman. It probably will include include Dominic Raab. Almost certainly it includes Boris Johnson. It's not a matter of whether an ethics advisor or a committee judges that these people have acted inappropriately. We know they have acted inappropriately. The question is whether the level of that inappropriate behaviour and whether it leads to a judgment of ministerial impropriety. But they cannot do their jobs. They cannot do their jobs. I don't see that Boris can even be trusted to raise a question in the House of Commons. He is a fine orator, an extraordinarily accomplished politician, but he is soiled goods, as is Raab, as is Braverman, as is Priti Patel. All of these. Priti Patel should go immediately. You know, she has already been judged to have fallen below the standards of a minister. We can't keep having this unless Rishi Sunak intends to leave it a week and then re-employ Zahawi as party chairman. You know, just simply follow the same route that he judged was appropriate for Suella Braverman. She's done her time. Go back to the job. You did so well, Suella Braverman. Now let's focus on the distraction. Immigration. Oh, let's see who else we can punish who happens not to be British. No, Zahawi. Well, no, Zahawi is British. That's the whole point. As is Priti Patel, as is Suella Braverman. We need to start with the facts, and the facts are that these people fall below the standard which is acceptable in an honourable minister, in an honourable member of the House. They are dishonourable.